Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 25 of What If Civilization Started Over. Last episode we finally saw that the old world has found the Americas on multiple points as Carthage and Western Europe have rushed over to explore this land and probably to take something for their own, but mostly to explore because of Anatolia they can't get to India right now. So they're seeing if they can get to India through here. But yeah, let's start the episode with some more exploring. As we see, this is mostly um, the Union and the French countries which is doing this as they start exploring along the coast. But they stop about here. They go a bit more inland. Nothing much. Scandinavia will only go to do a little bit more. They will find most of Newfoundland. If we go down south, we see that another expedition group um, ventured across in the middle. This expedition group had actually went pretty straight, and it's from Andalusia, as they arrive in the Virginia-Delaware region. If I think I'm correct in that, but I might not be. In the Florida region, all of the Panhandle of Florida will be discovered. This is mostly the French country, which is here. Um, more of Cuba and Hispaniola will be discovered. This is just a mix of a lot of people. Like all of Western Europe is just sending as many boats as they can over here. The news spread very fast across Europe, and now countries like the Rhine country, even like they're trying, even like uh, Silesia, Galicia, Scotland, they're all like sending things to to find more of the Americas. Um, in down south, this is mostly Carthage and their allies. They are searching the coast. They are searching for something. They are actually searching for something. They're searching for a big river, and they find a pretty big river over here, like a delta. It's not really what they were looking for. Not as grand as they were hoping for in this new land. So they keep searching, go down the other way, and then they find it. They they find the Amazon River, and it's the biggest river they've ever seen. They try to map it and they like get to this before stopping, but they they found it. They found another big river, and they are ecstatic, and they immediately make it a new god, one which was lost to time. We also see the Bahamas and just this be discovered as like this is met up. And I'm going to fix this soon. It won't stay until the end of the episode, I swear. Won't look this ugly. But just until now, I'll go a bit more inland over here. And a bit more along the coast on both sides. Like this. And that will do it for the discovered layer. As we're actually going to see our first um, uh, colony being set up, as it is going to be by Carthage. No surprise there. They kind of they set it up over here, like not in the Amazon, not around the Amazon, but like very near it. And they also set up one here. And now then 10 years go by and nothing else happens. We do see a bit more exploring. Like another, this is like a time skip. Like nothing happens in between here. Uh, we see more exploring of this coast. As basically all of the eastern coast, actually all of the eastern coast will get discovered. And for convenience, I'm gonna get rid of these just for convenience. Um, they will also discover this. So, there's a lot of open space now. Like, of course, they don't know if there's an island here or not. They can't really know that. But this is just for convenience and because it looks better on the map. So, a lot more land is explored and they start to go down this river. If I can get to there. Yeah, they start to go down the river, which I don't really know the name of. But yeah, that happens. And after another 5 years, the second colony will be set up, which is going to be by Gibraltar. Not Gibraltar, Andalusia. And it is going to be about in like this Virginia region, set up a colony. And the third country to set up a colony is actually going to be the Dutch-English Union, which make multiple landings actually. They're going to land on Long Island, like this part of Delaware, and like New Jersey. And they're also gonna land in the Bahamas, if they've landed on 3 different spots and are trying to like create like a trading empire. Um, this one officially belongs to England. This one officially belongs to the Dutch, and this one also belongs to the Dutch. Next, we're going to see Provence make a colony. That is going to be about right here. It's going to be a bit bigger than the rest, but not by much. Uh, as next, if we go, they will discover more land, as they will find the Yucatan Peninsula, and another wave of explorers will go here, and we'll try to map this area. This is happening pretty quickly. A lot of people are being sent over, and they go north and south, and they find this central area of Mexico. The next country to make a colony is Scandinavia. Whoa, what is happening? The next country who is going to make a colony is Scandinavia, who is going to make a landing about right here. It's going to make a pretty big colony, but it doesn't have a lot of people. And now we see that Gibraltar expands their colony quite a bit actually. They also make a landing on Delaware. As Provence also expands their colony quite a bit. Making a town right about right here, and then they set up another town about right here. And at this point, I'm gonna just do this because yes. And after some time, They will discover the Lower Antilles. And the basically the entire coast, the entire first ring of the Americas has been discovered. Next thing, we will see Scotland make a colony about right here. And then we also see the Dutch, I'll just call them the Dutch, also make a colony over here. As they're like in a lot of different places. Then we see another country make a colony, which this time it's going to be the Rhine country, which is going to take over Cuba. Uh, oh, I almost forgot to say this. There are people here, just not a lot. There's like barely any people here, but there are people here. So don't uh like a lot less than in our world where it was like actually populated. Like the Americas were actually populated. There are some people here, but not enough to make it like a tribe. But yeah, we see the Dutch all take over the rest of the Bahamas. And what's next? After more exploring, like I know there's a lot of exploring that this episode. That's kind of the entire thing. Uh, Most of Central America will get discovered. About with Nicaragua up to Panama. But they stop the Darien Gap because the Darien Gap is scary. But it will now look something like this, and they will discover a bit more of Mexico. Like that. They will also discover Jamaica and make another passageway through. Jamaica is going to be grabbed by Provence. Until now, it's like half of Jamaica. Um, and until right now, I'll do one more colony thing, which is the Dutch landing in Trinidad or Tobago, I don't know, and making a landing in Puerto Rico, as they have like created a ring for themselves, like kind of like this, where they're like kind of connecting the dots. Okay, I will do one more expansion as the Carthage will take over a lot more of the Amazon River Delta, and they will discover a lot of it. They will stop about right here, but this is like a lot of land just discovered out of nowhere, and like it's going very deep, so they can't just keep going. But yeah, it'll now look about like this, and I'll like get rid of this. And that was colonization for this episode. We'll get back to it next episode after I get rid of this. And yeah, that was it. That was it for this episode, and now we will move on to other subjects. Now we're gonna go back to an event which happened last episode, which was the horde invasion of Russia, and we're gonna continue it. And Russia is slowly losing its grip. Just the cavalry of the horde is just a bit too overwhelming, as they get slowly pushed, and the horde also like kind of goes around, like they go around the border to start an invasion over here. and that just kind of breaks the line as a very big battle is won over here, which just destroys basically all of the Russian army as the horde continues flooding in. And like destroying Russia. And at this point, you probably all probably guessed it. Russia surrenders over to the horde, and this time it's not full annexation. Um, uh, but they do take most of their land. So let's take a look at this peace treaty. This is going to be the peace treaty. I know it's kind of insane, actually, how much land the horde just is taking. Is they're going to take all of this land and basically own all of Eastern Europe. I will now also do like an expansion of their northern border because that has been the same for like ages now, and that probably would have changed at some point. So I'm gonna go along this river and then go along this river. I'm using rivers a lot for my borders. Fight me if you don't like it. And it will go like this a bit. And now look something like this. Also taking over these islands. So the horde now looks something like this. And they now border countries like Silesia, which is kind of crazy. Also, I will fix the capitals now, because this is a major city, and this is the new capital. Yeah, they just got pushed back to Estonia, which land they'd like basically just conquered, I think. So that happened, and at this point, and countries like Anatolia doesn't want to work together with the horde anymore. They're getting too big, too fast, and Anatolia is sensing a bit of danger because they're getting too strong. They're, they're just mindlessly attacking countries around them, and they're getting away with it. Because right after this happens, they do actually start another invasion. This time it is uh, Pink China. Right after Brown China got partitioned, well, that was actually like 30 years ago now. But like, you know what I mean. They will take over the capital of the previous, the brown brown China, as they start flooding in and take over all the mountainous areas. And after that, they sent their main army and just completely flood in. And before they can even take the capital, yeah, before they can take the capital, Korea just they just take the capital for themselves to finally complete their border, and that just spells defeat for Ping China. So let's take a look at this peace treaty, as Korea will get a bit more land than they probably should have. So let's get to the peace treaty. And this will be the Treaty of Ping China, with Korea taking this land, looking like this, and green and purple China will actually be getting land. They just, it's still old times, they just like take it. Like in the medieval Europe and also IRL, there's like peace treaties, but like this is really a peace treaty. They just, China collapsed, they just go in and take what they want. So that's what happens. But still, the horde gets the lion's share, as these countries have a very similar color. So I might change the color of green China, actually. But to what? To orange? No, it's too similar to Japan. To like this brown. No, that's even worse. I guess that works, yeah. So China gets a new color, and I don't know why that is. A capital. I why should I get which one of you is the real capital? Um I don't know which one is the real capital here. Well, I think it's that one. I think it's this one, so like this. But yeah, the horde is absolutely huge now. Um, that's great. When we go over to the imperial capital, nothing happens. The fortifications are pretty strong. They're not just not breaking through. So we'll have to wait more for that. Yeah, it's been 30 years. It's still not broken through. Their wall, they have enough farms in their walls to like supply their people, so they're not starving. But with that out of the way, that'll do it for the events of today's episode, and let's get to the power rankings. So let's get rid of the old ones. With you. Please don't miss one. Did I miss one? Yes, I did. Alright, so at number 1 is still Northern India. At number 2 is still Anatolia. At number 3 is still Carthage. But now at number 4 is Thailand. At number 5 is I think actually right now number 5 is the Horde, with very close behind number 6 Korea. Korea gained some good land, but like the Horde just annexed all of Russia. Okay, so number 6 Korea, number 7 Provence, number 8 Blue China, number 9 Persia, and then back choosing a number 10 country. If I give it to Silesia again, I might. I'm giving it to Nigeria. Well, that'll do it for today's episode. Colonies, everyone. Hope you like them. I have a lot planned. That's a lie. I don't actually. I plan things like on the spot almost. But like I had this semi-planned. I of course had the Amazon River planned, but that makes a lot of sense for Carthage with their river religion and all. Oh right, yeah, I forgot. Maybe I didn't show this last episode. I don't remember if I did or not, but like religion layer update. So that's new. Yeah, it got an update. Europe now has religions. This is the Horde religion. The mountain religion is absolutely huge. China's a mess. I don't remember if I showed this or not, but if I did, sorry for showing it again. Now I will remember that I did. But that'll do it for this episode, and goodbye.